Welcome into the final edition for this season, the Coach Chennis Berry Show, which is brought to you by New Creation Construction. Matter of fact, speaking about that, they did a great job. You're going to check out some great footage of this weight room that they put together for you, Coach, your team.
Oh, man, this is going to do wonders for our program, man. Can't wait for the grand opening, but New Creation Construction was able to put this together, man, and I tell you what, we got something special brewing when we get these guys in here jacking the steel and getting bigger, faster, stronger.
All right, bigger, faster, stronger. That's what's happening. Congratulations on the big win against Lane, 34-30. Exciting finish to this game, too.
Absolutely.
You know what? Hold up, Coach. Let's go backwards. At the end of the game, the players were trying to chase you down to throw the Gatorade.
Oh, man.
You happened to turn around at the wrong time.
Oh, Lord.
That Gatorade hit you in the face. How did that feel?
I mean, listen, first of all, I'll take a Gatorade bath any day of the week.
Right.
But to get it in the face, man, I'm telling you, man, that was rough. I mean, I almost lost my breath. But it was awesome just to have an opportunity to do that. Anytime you get the Gatorade bath,
Right.
I'll take one all day. But it was already cold, man.
I'm up there in the booth and I'm watching this and they hit you right in the face. I was like, I know that had to hurt. You had to feel that one.
Oh, I felt it. It was all up in my soul, man. But anytime you can get a chance to get a win, man, that's always awesome.
Let's talk about this season real quick. I know we're going to get into this game, but what about this season for your guys and for you as well? How you feel about it?
I tell you, it was a lot that happened this season. We started off the season 2-0. And end up, having some patches through there, through it all, some up and some down through the middle of the season. Then we were able to end the season at 2-0 as well.
Right.
So, to be able to come in year one, putting the program together and be able to turn it around from going 1-9 in 2019 before my arrival, then in our very first year, to be able to flip the script and build our culture by going 5-5 in year one. I think we got something to build on. I think we got something special brewing here at Benedict College.
All right, and I tell you what, with this weight room, you're gonna have guys looking.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be one of them because I'm gonna be in here. I ripped my jacket. Let me stop. Chris, where's Chris? Chris still over there. Chris, hold up. Chris, where's Chris? Chris Green, New Creation Construction. Come on down. Boy, I was calling him and he popped up just like quick. Look at that. Now, you need him on your team. That was flash.
Absolutely.
Hold up. We want to make sure people hear you. Man, great job doing what you did here.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to dive in with Coach Vision on this weight center and, give back to them boys because they need it.
Coach, any words?
Man, very grateful for you, man, and all the work that you put in to support and making this thing happen, making this show happen, and making this weight room happen. So we're very grateful for your support, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime, and we don't look like this to be just 1 year. We want to continue this process, and we just want to thank Coach Berry for everything that he's done, keeping everybody accountable and holding it on us. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, man.
And thank you too, Curtis. I appreciate everything you're doing.
No doubt, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Go Tigers.
Of course, you got to reach him. He's on Instagram, he's on Twitter, he's on Facebook. You need some work done, you need some new remodeling, you need some building. Chris Green.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, baby. He's in the building.
We're going to get into this game now. You ready?
Let's do it.
Coin toss, we win it, and then we elect to receive. Most teams, they defer to the second half, but you decided to take those. So take us through this first series.
Man, you know what? I went back to how we started the season. You know, when we started fast, we typically played really, really well offensively. So most of the middle part of the season, I've been deferring. Every time we win, I defer to the second half, and we'll take the ball in the second half. But, you know, all week, man, I'm like, man, I think we're going to receive. You know, I've been liking how our guys were practicing all week, that week offensively, and we elected to receive, man. And we were able to take that opening drive down the field. I mean, just taking it down the field methodically, man, and putting that thing in the box to go up 7-0 was amazing way to start the football game.
All right, so you give it to Billy Pierre. He gets down to the 1 yard line. He gets stopped. Jaden McLeod takes that ball. He plows it in. It was probably good to have him back as well.
Man, it was good to have the big back, man. You know, in that opening drive, man, we started off with Jaden Thomas catching the big play. Then Darius Fallon had another big catch, and we were just taking it down the field. And to be able to finish that drive with the big back, Kale McLeod, man, he was able to put it in the box from 1 yard out. And we went for it on fourth down, man. We believed in him. We believed in the offensive line. And we were able to put that thing in the end zone to put us up 7-0.
All right. Dragons get the ball. They march down the field. They get to the 1 yard line. Your defense stood up to the challenge.
Oh, man, what a great stop by our defense. That was a momentum changer for sure. You know, to be able to have that team take it all the way down the field, and our defense was bending but didn't break. And Israel was able to make a play and stop them on the goal line, and we were able to get the ball on the half-yard line, and we had to get up out of there. But I was super excited to see our defense get a big stop right there.
All right, and here it is. You got the stop. You guys get the ball back, and you guys take it and march it down the field for another score. Talk about that.
Man, you know, that's big, man. To be able to go 99.5 yards is huge. And our philosophy is first down, touchdown. The big play will come, but we want to take it methodically down the field. First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown. And for us to go 99.5 yards and be able to take it down for a touchdown, to be able to go up 14-0, that was huge, huge. Huge part, huge momentum to be able to get our defense to be able to get a stop and for us to take it down and score.
Yeah, Jaden McLeod ends up running into the end zone to give us 14 zip. But of course, your quarterback was passing, your receivers were catching, and you just marched it methodically back down the field the other way.
Yes, man. I'm telling you, it was a mixture of run and pass. And we were able to get down real close, and we called one of our plays, and we free-released Jaden McLeod out the backfield, and Eric Phoenix was able to hit him on the wide route, and then he was able to take it in the end zone. But not only that, the guys on the perimeter blocked so well on that play to be able to put them in the end zone, and we were up 14-0.
Lane gets the ball back. They get a 35-yard pass, which puts them close to the end zone. Matter of fact, that's the one that takes them into the end zone, and that's the way the first quarter ends. 14-7. You still feeling pretty good?
Oh, man, we're feeling great right now, man. Our defense is playing good ball. Offense playing good ball. We like where we're at this point.
So inside the second quarter, Eric Phoenix to Tashawn Presley, who gets two great catches to move this ball down the field, but you guys stall a little bit.
Hey, man, I tell you what, Eric Phoenix did a good job of just taking what the defense gave him. And he was able to hit Tashawn Presley on a couple big plays, big explosive plays to take us down. Then we had a couple negative plays here and there, but we ended up having to settle for a field goal on that drive. But right now, Rigoberto Tinoco ended up taking it through the uprights, man, and now we're up 17-7.
That's your clutch guy right there.
No doubt about it, man. Rig was clutch for us on Saturday, man. He did a good job of being perfect on all his field goals and perfect on all his extra points.
Eric Phoenix playing really well. I'll use your words, lights out.
Yep.
He's able to get that ball down the field, but into the second quarter, he throws this interception.
Oh, man. Eric Phoenix is so talented. He can make every throw. He can do it all. He can do it with his legs, he can do it with his feet, but he makes poor decisions sometimes. And on that drive, he made a poor decision. He had everything he wanted. He was outside the pocket. We had just talked that week that when nothing's there, just take what the defense gives you. If nothing there, just throw it away. And he tried to force one in. He thought he had a chance to give a receiver a chance to make a play, but the ball was a little short, and we ended up turning over the football.
You did, but your defense again steps up, and they only get 3 out of this one.
Mm-hmm. Our defense, again, they were bending, but they didn't break, and they were able to hold them to 3 points on that next drive.
All right, so they get the 3 points right before half, 17, 10, 16 seconds. How important was it for your defense to hold them right before the half?
Oh, man, that's big. Anytime, we always talk about the middle 8, the last 4 of the first half, then the first 4 of the second half, and they were able to hold them guys down from getting a touchdown. And, points are a premium, man. We always tell them anytime we can get stops, that's big, and anytime we can get points, that's big as well.
All right, so we got a lot of senior stuff going on for halftime. You got to recognize all of those athletes from Benedict College football for doing what they did for the past couple of years. Absolutely. The band, the cheerleaders, the team managers, everybody gets some recognition at halftime. Absolutely. But the BOD still gets their shot on that field too to do what they do. Absolutely.
We're grateful for our whole support staff. It's not just about the guys on the team, to be able to have the managers to do what they do in their practice every morning, the trainers to do what they do. Man, that's just huge. And we're grateful to have them a part of our program, and they've been instrumental in our success.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and continue on with the Coach Chennis Berry Show, brought to you by New Creation Construction, and introduce to you the Lexington Medical Center Assistant Coach Spotlight. We'll do that right after this.
Let's do it.
People have the power to make a lasting impact through acts of kindness, compassion, and strength. They inspire us to innovate and educate, to do more than we ever thought possible, to help you be your healthiest you. PRISMA Health, inspired by you.
Welcome back to the Coach Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. And right now it's time for our Lexington Medical Center Coach Spotlight. And it is Coach Lowe Jackson Jr.
My man, Coach Lowe.
Director of Video Productions?
Yeah, he does an awesome job. Just bringing him on this season and him being able to follow us in practice and games and on the road, it's just been instrumental in our program, and just to have him with us to be able to market and brand our program has been huge for us, and we're grateful to have him a part of our Benedict College football program.
All right, let's check it out. Here's Coach Lowe Jack.
My name is Lowe Jackson Jr. I'm the Director of Football Video Operations here at Benedict College. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Coach Berry for allowing me to be on the show. A lot of times in my profession, people don't really know the guy behind the camera, let alone get to see his face. So for him to allow me to be here, I just want to say thank you. But since it is my time to shine, I'm going to give you a little bit about myself. I am from Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised. I graduated from Richland Northeast High School in 2017, where I ran track and played football. From there, I continued my athletic career at Coffeyville Community College in Coffeyville, Kansas, a part of the Kansas Jayhawk League. I graduated from there with my associate's degree in just 3 semesters and was offered the opportunity to continue my athletic career at Franklin Pierce University, where I played football and ran track. I graduated from there in May 2021 with my bachelor's in communications. Just a little bit about how I ended up at Benedict. God works in mysterious ways. Our secondary coach here, Kevin King, he actually was one of my coaches at Franklin Pierce University. And after graduation, I just remembered that he was actually gonna be in my city. And I remember hitting him up, and he knows my background and knows that I'm passionate about media production. And I hit him up to see if there was anything that I could do for the Tiger program. Got in touch with Coach Berry, and Coach Berry definitely has a vision, and I've been here to help see it through. A typical game day for me, I wake up in the morning, make sure all my equipment is charged up from the night before, get everything loaded into the truck, and then go ahead and head over to the offices where we meet the players for the highlight video, their pregame highlight motivational video. I do one of those for them each and every week. The purpose of the video is just kind of get the energy going for the day. This year we played a lot of early games, 2 p.m., so their day starts pretty early. And we put the video on just to get those guys fired up about the game, about the day, just about the sport that we love to play. So after that, after we watch the highlight video, I go ahead and head over to Charlie W. Johnson Stadium and just get ready for the day, man. Get ready to go win a football game and ultimately catch it all on camera. I think the Tiger program has a bright future. Coach Berry always preaches about running a Division II program like a Division I, and he understands that, you got to be able to market your brand. You got to be able to showcase what you're offering to recruits, to students, to the community, you know? So, and that's where I come in, you know, just kind of capturing everything, helping out with the show, traveling with the guys, just, you know, getting all the behind the scenes stuff that we can use for recruiting, for off season, just anything like that. And yeah, and it's been a really fun year. You know, it's my first year actually tagging along with the team, and I'm really excited for the future. One thing I love most about being a part of this coaching staff is the way that the coaches and the players just accepted me right on. I think we all clicked immediately. I'm a pretty fun guy. I'm a pretty high energy guy for the most part. I am behind the camera a lot, but behind that camera is a big ball of energy. So I think it was easy for me to just connect with them and them to connect with me. And I just really appreciate the coaches actually for allowing me to grow with them, because I am a young guy. I just graduated in May of 2021. So I am fresh in this coaching career, in this, you know, in this field, but they've accepted me like a brother, and I'm really appreciative of that. One thing I learned new about myself since coaching at Benedict is that I will never be able to truly shy away from sports. You know, after I graduated, I wasn't sure. I was like, man, like I'm done playing football, like this is it. And then boom, I was presented the opportunity to come here and just be a part of this coaching staff. Not only just be the video guy, but be a part of the coaching staff. And that right there just lets me know that, you know, this is something that is for life. Football is a life sport. It's a life game. It goes nowhere. It's gonna go with me everywhere that I go. And so I've learned that I love the game of football, but I've also learned to love it in a new way. And that's just behind the camera lens. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly okay with that. When the camera's in my hand, it's just like, you know, strapping up my cleats, you know? So I definitely learned that, you know, football is gonna be a part of my life forever. I'm Lo Jackson Jr., Director of Football Video Operations. Go Tigers.
That's your assistant coach spotlight. That is Coach Lo Jackson Jr. Right now, Coach, it's time to get into that second half.
Let's do it.
Man, I tell you what, Lane gets that kickoff to start this second half off. They go 75 yards, scoring on a 25-yard pass, get that touchdown to tie the game at 17. How you feeling, Coach? I got to ask.
Man, I tell you what, man, at this point, you know, we weren't in sync defensively. You know, and I talked to our defensive staff at the half, man, and I just told them, you know, at this point, we need to get the energy going back like we've done all season. And I just let them know I still believe in them. I know they're going to get it fixed. But those guys at Lane College, they do a great job on offense, man. And they were able to take that ball down the field and tie it up 17-17. And at this point, we're still believing. You know, guys are still locked in. But to be able to have a comfortable 14-point lead and lose it, you know, but we're built that way. We're resilient, man. We understand the moment. And at that moment, we understood that offense need defense, defense need offense, and you know, at the end of the day, we were able to step up and make some plays when need be. But at this point right now, man, defense got to get it together, man. We just wasn't playing with the energy and the effort that we had been playing with all year. But
yeah, that quarterback was pretty much elusive. It seems as though he was able to grab some yards. I think he pretty much was their high rusher for their team.
Yes, he was hitting us on quarterback draws, and he was doing things, getting outside the pocket. And you know, I just kept encouraging defense, man. We've been here before. Let's pick it up. Let's stop them. Let's get a big stop. At this point in time, we just need a big stop. And but he did a good job, man. Those guys did a good job at Lane College moving the ball on our defense.
All right, on our possession, we go for it. 4th and 6. Eric Phoenix gets sacked. The Dragons take over, 60 yards, scoring on a 26-yard run. They pull ahead 24-17. We're up 14-0, and now we trail 24-17. Ooh, Coach, what's going on?
Guys are still believing, man. And that was encouraging for me to see the young man, regardless of what, you know, saying, defense, we got your back. All right, when offense was struggling, defense would say, offense, we got your back. So to have each other's back, we know there are going to be moments in the game. There's ebb and flow in football. You're not going to always be up. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to be up sometime, you're going to be down. But to stick together as a team, and that's what it's all about. And our guys stayed encouraged, and we knew that we were going to get an opportunity to get the ball back on offense. And it's up to us what we did with it.
Well, as a matter of fact, you're absolutely right on that one. Lane doesn't have that lead for long. We get that kickoff. We go 80 yards on just 5 plays. We get back-to-back 20-yard passes from Eric Phoenix to Jaden Thomas on that drive. Jaden Thomas had a great game. 7 catches, 117 yards. I think it was like one of his best games of the season. And for that reason, he was our PRISMA Health Player of the Game.
Absolutely. Jaden Thomas, man, he stepped up big time. I mean, Eric Phoenix, he and Jaden, they hooked up all day, man. And, we really were able to spin that ball around. We were moving the ball pretty much offensively the whole entire game. They really never did anything to stop us offensively. So we felt really confident. Even though when we went down 24-17, we felt really, really good about taking the ball down the field and finishing that thing with a score. So now it's 24-24, and we got a new ball game.
Absolutely. Omarion Coleman, he takes that ball in to tie this game up, and here we go. Lane gets a great kickoff return and get down to our 16-yard line. Coach, talk about that.
Man, talking about bending but don't break, man. And that was a big stop right there. That was huge, man. And we were able to stop them on that 4th and 12 play, and O.J. Smith was able to make a big play for us to hold those guys out of the end zone.
He did this flea flicker to try to catch you guys napping, but that didn't work.
Hey, man, we disciplined, man. Be where you're supposed to be. Stay disciplined, and we like our chances when we play disciplined football.
We take over inside this 4th quarter, and again, we try to get this ball into that end zone, Coach.
We're moving the ball. Pretty much all up and down the field all day. And we got it down inside the 5 and, wasn't able to get it in, but we were able to settle for a field goal, and Rigoberto Tinoco was able to put it to the uprights. Now we're up 27-24. All
right, Coach, we kick the ball off to Lane, and there's a fumble. Or you want to say strip. Go ahead.
I tell you what, that play right there was huge. C.J. Hurst humping down the field. We talk about those guys on kickoff team making plays, and he was able to get a strip, and William Johnson was able to recover it. Now we got the ball back. Let's play. Let's do it.
Just takes one play to get us down to the 14-yard line. It's a big run by Omarion Coleman. Talk about that.
OC, man, he was toting that rock in the second half, man. He did a really good job. Offensive line was opening up holes, and we were able to really, really move that ball, not only in the passing game, but we were able to run the football as well. Takes
just one play, 14 yards, Omarion Coleman.
Man, that was big, man. We were able to get in one of our bunch formations, and we were able to run a toss to OC, and he was able to take it in the end zone. Now we're up by 10, man. We're up 34-24. I'm feeling real good right now, but I know it's still time on the clock, and I tell our guys to keep fighting.
We come off with a big score, 34-24. Now you guys kick it off to Lane, and they run for 92 yards back into the end zone.
Oh, wow, that was a backbreaker. To be able to be up by 10, you got the momentum, the big mo's going your way. And then when we kicked that ball off and they returned that thing 92 yards, that was a backbreaker, man. But, again, like I say, man, our guys are still believing.
Yeah. But they missed their extra point, which the score now is 34-30. So a 4-point lead, they need to score again.
Yep, absolutely. That was big. Again, like I said before, man, points are on premium. They're big.
All right, you guys are moving this ball and have been moving it all game. But then all of a sudden, you stall. You got to punt for the first time in the game in the 4th quarter.
We have this philosophy, we call it 4-minute offense. We feel like if we can continuously move the ball, they can't get the ball back. Now, we're up 34-30. So I tell our guys, let's just move the ball, but let's slow it down. We're typically a tempo offense, and we do everything fast. But I'm telling Mr. Phoenix, I'm saying, Eric, don't snap the ball to like 4 seconds. But unfortunately, only thing was working was the play clock. The game clock wasn't working. So he really don't know how much time is on the clock, so he really had to manage the offense. And we were able to take the ball down, and then we froze, and we have to punt for our very first punt of the game in the 4th quarter.
You think the clock not being up may have played a role into this?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, clock operation, we always talk about managing. And our quarterback is very important that he looks at the clock, know how much time left, and look at the play clock as well as the game clock. But unfortunately, the game clock wasn't working at that time, but we ended up getting it fixed. The referees came over to me and said, Coach, we're going to keep it on the field. We're going to keep you in the loop on what's going on and the time that's left. So Mr. Phoenix, Eric Phoenix, did an awesome job of just managing the game. But we had to punt on that drive, man. And with us having to punt, now we got to put the ball back in their hands and put our defense back on the field.
So we punt it back. Dragons get the ball, and Benedict 17-yard line. Aaron Miller comes up with a big stop. He sacks the quarterback for a 14-yard loss.
Tell you what, they were moving the ball down the field on our defense at that point, and I just needed for somebody to make a play. And we put our best pass rushers in the game, and Aaron Miller is one of our best pass rushers, and he was able to come off that left edge and get a big sack for us to really stall their drive. And now they have to go for it on 4th down, and they threw a pass on our left end zone, and Kevin Ross, what a play. I mean, he was in great position. They end up getting offensive pass interference because they pushed off on Kevin. They still didn't complete the pass, so I was able to decline the penalty. Game over. We get in our victory formations.
Yeah. Run out the clock.
Run out the clock, man.
34-30, you get your Gatorade bath in the face this time.
In the face. In the face.
But like you said, for victory, it happens.
Hey, man, I'll take it any day. They can do that all the time. But next time, I just don't want it in the face. I'll take it in the back.
For sure. All right, coming up, we're going to give you your PRISMA Health Player Spotlight. We'll do that for you. And also, of course, we'll wrap things up with the Coach Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction.
In our state, team rivalries run deep.
Sometimes our fans might not always agree.
With South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
It's time to come together off the field.
Together, we can beat COVID-19.
Vaccines are safe and effective.
And they're our best shot at victory.
Don't wait until it's too late.
Learn how to protect yourself and your family.
At scdhec.gov/vaxfacts.
Protect your family, your friends, your neighbors, the people who care for you. Save a life. Wear a mask.
Welcome back to the Chennis Berry Show. It's brought to you by New Creation Construction. As we get set to wrap up the season, look forward to the next season and talk about those things, let's bring forth our PRISMA Health Spotlight. Who is that player?
Tell you what, we're going to honor all our seniors. We're going to have some seniors that made a dramatic dent in our program in terms of doing things the right way. They're all going to graduate. Some of them are already graduated, and they're in our grad program, so they're going to talk about what Benedict football program has meant to them.
That's a great thing. Congratulations to all the seniors, too. We wish them the very best in their future endeavors as they move on in life. Of course, BC's proud of you. No doubt about that.
Absolutely.
I'm Wendell Bean.
I'm Dontrell Benjamin. We both are seniors.
Darius Falon, number 3, wide receiver. And I'm a senior here at Benedict College.
Tim Allen from Albany, Georgia. Yo, Mr. Senior for Benedict College, captain, number 17.
I'm Dante Vasant. I'm a senior, number 23. I play safety.
For me, I came in the summer of 2016 as a freshman. I've been here 5 years. And the things we had to like basically scrape and fight and scar for a lot of things we needed. You know, whereas when Coach Berry came in, you know, he kind of gave us a word and a promise on things, and we started seeing change instantly. And, like, it was amazing, and like, you know, I love and I'm excited to see the future of this program and how far I think it's gonna go. I think it's gonna go great as far as like, as far as the community, you know, and recruits as well. Because you never, like, as a local guy, I didn't really, you know, look at Benedict in this way. And now that you see all these great things happening over here, you know, people are gonna be eager to come see what Benedict has in store.
Actually, I do feel like I left the program better than it was before I got here. Some of the guys looked up to me well enough for me to kind of pass down some of the traits of leadership, and it kind of fell off, and it kind of like rubbed off into them in the ways of like teaching them how to become a better person, become a leader for the future endeavors that they have for themselves going forward.
I believe we are leaving the program way better than how we got here because first we installed discipline here. I know that us being the leaders, one of the leaders on the defensive side, we know that in the years coming ahead, we're going to be real strong on the defensive side, just the foundation we built. We built hard work, dedication, pride, determination, grit, grind. We instilled that, we preached that, we live by that on our defensive side of the ball. So I know for a fact in the years coming, all the guys coming up, they're going to real life live how we lived.
Long live Marlon Black. We all know he was number 55, and we had the chance to finish the season off 5-5. So, emotions going into that game, knowing that we can end the season off dedicated to him as we started off. It was amazing. The energy was amazing. Everybody was ready to win. Everybody was ready to execute and end the season out right with a bang, not only for him, but for the seniors and for the program coaching shift as well.
It was like, you're not going to cry? I'm like, nah, because ain't nothing really to cry about. You be joyful if anything. For one, I was happy that I had the opportunity to even play for Coach Berry. That was just amazing, anyways. And that for us to finish and fight how we fought at the last game of the season, knowing the seniors had to go out with a bang, we had to even the season, having winning season, which was 5-5. It ain't what we wanted, but the energy of the last game definitely brought me to the light on how the team really care about us and how they want to deliver us out. So I really appreciate the team for their effort.
Well, honestly, going into the last game, it didn't hit me until I was senior until the clock hit 000. The whole season, I knew I was a senior because I had the title of Mr. Senior, all that whatnot. I knew it was my last year, but when the clock hit 000, it kind of dawned on me. When my fellow defensive players and the offensive players started coming, hugging me, embracing me, telling how much they love me and how much they appreciate all I've done, the tears just started to flow. It wasn't tears of sadness, it was tears of joy. And it just always just showed me that I'm a senior now. Everything I've done here wasn't in vain. I didn't leave here in vain. I left it better than I came. I came here and I conquered. And I did everything I put my mind to. I thank the coaching staff again, and it's an amazing opportunity. I'm glad to be in this position.
Hopefully I'm not hanging up my cleats just yet. Hopefully I get an opportunity to play in someone's league, if not the NFL. NFL is the goal, of course. But I'm gonna truly miss the relationship that I had with my teammates, with my coaches, with the staff. Period. The fans. I'm gonna miss it all, especially on a Saturday playing in the jungle.
I just can't wait to see how far this program is gonna go. It's only going up.
All right, so listen, you finished the season at 5-5, which in hindsight, of course, brings something near and dear to your heart.
Tell you what, obviously we want to win them all. That's the goal of every team across the country, from Little League football to the NFL. Mm-hmm. We want to win them all, but God doesn't make any mistakes. And as we got prepared for this season, we had a death of one of our players, Marlon Black, and he was very, very, very near and dear to our heart. And he wore jersey number 55. And we said that we wanted to dedicate this season to Marlon Black in some form or fashion. And, ultimately, like I say, we want to win them all. But as the season began to progress, a couple of my players came up to me in practice one day. Actually, it was Chris Williams. He came to me and said, Coach, in spite of things hadn't necessarily went our way, we've had some good, we've had some bads, we had some ups, we had some downs, but Coach, what if we finish this season off 5-5? We still can pay honor and tribute to Marlon because he wore number 55 by finishing 5-5. And I said, you know what, Chris, I've never thought about that. And for us to finish the season off, the guys knew at this point, after we beat Clark Atlanta for their homecoming, that we knew that we had an opportunity to even the score. And I kept giving them all week self-affirmations, man. You get up every day and tell yourself something positive. I am a winner. I am a champion. We are winners. And all week, they just kept saying that, believing in what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. And we knew that in order for us to finish off 5-5, we were going to have to win that football game against a good football team. Mm-hmm. We always measure ourselves on winning games against teams with winning records. And, to be able to go down the miles, a team with winning record, to beat them. And then at this point, Lane was coming in at 6-3. They was the highest scoring offense in the league. And we knew we were going to have to play well in all phases. And we had Bible study that night, and Pastor Bishop, the night before, he was talked about faith without works is dead. You have to believe, but you got to put in that work. So all week we kept talking about, we got a W-O-R-K, work. The boys understand we got to put in that work, and that's all kind of different work. And for us to be able to finish that game and play the way we played on all three phases and to win that game and end up going 5-5, that was huge for our program. Mm-hmm. And as we're building this thing, we're changing the culture. We're changing the whole entire culture of this program, from on the field, off the field, in the classroom, in the weight room. Everything that we do, we're changing the culture. And for us to finish this thing off on year one, even in the score at 5-5, as we continue to build this brand, we got something special brewing over here at Benedict College, no doubt about it.
And you can see it. You can see it in these players. It's a different mindset, you know? And under the leadership with you and your coaches, it's coming around full circle. And I can see some great things for the coming season. And speaking about the coming season, anything you want to reveal, anything you want to talk about that could be coming up, or do you need time to reflect a little bit?
Well, you know, as we unwind and get this thing finished off the semester, right now we're focusing on academically finishing strong. You know, we're going to meet with our team today and just kind of tell them, you know, we're grateful for the things that they've done and putting us to this point and having a season that we had, but now it's time to finish in the classroom. You know, we have to finish off academically strong. As a coaching staff, we're moving to the next phase of recruiting. You know, we have to get the missing pieces to the puzzle because we think we have the foundation in place to have something really, really special. We're going to really hit the schools in the state of South Carolina. We're going to hit some places all over the country and try to look for the top players. And you know, we have emphasis of really recruiting the trenches, man. We're going to sign some O-linemen and D-linemen. And we're going to get bigger, faster, and stronger in those areas. So, you know, our focus right now as a staff is we're getting on that road recruiting. And we want our young men to finish off the classroom academically as we prepare for an amazing spring season. And we'll start spring ball middle of February after National Signing Day, and then we'll continue to jack that steel in the weight room. And again, you're gonna keep hearing me talking about getting bigger, faster, and stronger. We need that weight room. It's very, very important. This new building that we're in today, we're gonna be using it a whole lot. So let's get ready to rock and roll as our guys compete to put ourselves in position to compete for a championship next season.
Coach, it's been great, you know, being here with you for each of these episodes as we bring you the Coach Chennis Berry Show, talking about and recapping the games and the highlights of the plays and the coaches. It's been really wonderful, no doubt about that.
No doubt, man.
You're good at this stuff. I taught
awesome.
You well.
Hey, man, appreciate it, man. I'm with the star, man. You're a superstar.
Don't even. So, you know, on top of that, we also want to say thank you and take the opportunity to thank some folks who are behind the scenes, people who made this show possible. There's Lo Jackson, who we learned about earlier, who does a great job capturing some of the video for the show, and also the coach and player segments. Also, the sports information director, Dennis Switzer, who plans out the shows and comes up with our script notes. And finally, there's Paul Harris, our director and editor extraordinaire, who does a great job editing out our bloopers. Hey, I want to see some of these bloopers and put it all together for a great show. I mean, you know what? It's really been a great ride for this inaugural season of the Coach Chennis Berry Show.
Man, listen, man. First of all, I'm very grateful as well. You're talking about some all-stars. I mean, with yourself.
I wasn't in the script.
But you're amazing.
You left me out the script, Dennis.
You know, to have you to be able to be the host of the show, man, I'm very grateful and honored to have you, man.
Hey, it's been great, seriously, a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And then working with these folks behind the cameras, as we talked about as well, extraordinaire. They gave him extraordinaire. You know what they wrote for me? I can't find it, nothing.
Listen, man, Paul Harris is the real deal at this, man. Some of the things that he's able to do with the editing and things of that nature, man. I have an all-star cast, and I have Lo Jackson, man. Lo Jackson is an up-and-coming great in the media
I believe
world,
that.
man. He is awesome, man.
No doubt about it.
And Mr. Switzer, man, you know, wouldn't happen without him, man. He's able to do all the legwork to make it go, man. So I'm just grateful for all the people that's poured into this program.
And we thank you for supporting it and watching it. Because we hear the stories. I walk past, hey, it's a great show you guys are doing. Keep it up. We're going to keep going as long as you keep watching. This is a Coach Chennis Berry Show brought to you by New Creation Construction. Chris, my man, thank you so much for allowing us to come into this beautiful facility and highlight it and showcase it as well. Guys, you have just the best. And, of course, we'll see you next season.
Go Tigers.
We want to say thank you to our sponsors of the Chennis Berry Show, New Creation Construction, PRISMA Health, Department of Health and Environmental Control, Lexington Medical Center, Advantage Sport and Fitness. Thank you for supporting Benedict College Athletics.